when they're gay rappers.
They.
Do you think Meek Mill's gay?
We all know he's gay.
Who's we?
Rick Ross know he's gay.
Man, a point in my life, like, we all grew up in the streets, and we try to be better, but they labeled us felons, sent us back to jail. I had to fight against that the whole time to gain my respect and be who I am today.
Wait, so Orlando knew the whole time what allegedly happened with Meek Mill? I mean, unless you've been totally out of the loop, you've heard the long-running rumors about Meek Mill being closely linked to Diddy's so-called freak-off parties for years. And people still bring up that clip of Meek cooling off in a pool afterward, which only fueled speculation online. But what if I told you there's more to this story than people think? Well, Orlando Brown has now jumped into the conversation, spilling details about why Meek allegedly allowed Diddy to treat him this way. And trust me, what Orlando claimed left a lot of people shocked. So here's where things really blew up. Meek Mill reportedly got pulled into this controversy after Diddy was hit with an SA lawsuit by music producer Lil Rod. In the lawsuit, Lil Rod mentioned Meek and Usher by name, alleging that Diddy bragged about being involved with them while promising career opportunities. As expected, Usher stayed completely silent. But Meek? He reacted fast and hard. He went on a tweeting spree, calling out black media for spreading the story and claiming they were being paid to do it. Meek insisted he would call out anyone who tried something wild with him, saying he's from Philly, stays protected in the industry, doesn't do drugs, and that nobody would even approach him with that kind of behavior without serious consequences. But while Meek was defending himself, more alleged receipts started circulating online. One of the most disturbing was an audio clip said to feature two men in an explicit situation, except the person on the receiving end didn't sound comfortable at all, instead sounding like he was in pain.
What? Yo, wait a minute! Wait! Ah! You didn't hear this? No!
And word going around is that the two men involved were allegedly Diddy and Meek. Supposedly, the audio was recorded during one of those freak-off parties. The person who claims to have recorded it says he saw Diddy and Meek allegedly slip away into a private room while the party was still happening. He says he followed them, heard what was going on, and that's when he decided to hit record.
Diddy had that man in the room. Look, yes, I put my ear to the door and I brought the phone because Diddy started going in overdrive. I ain't know what the was going on, but I just heard balls slapping against ass cheeks. I heard struggling to take. I heard being like, yeah, daddy, like when he started all that daddy this and daddy that, and I heard some hollering and struggling like, yeah, I kept the phone there and I recorded all.
Anyway, once that audio surfaced, people started connecting the dots almost immediately. The first thing everyone pointed to was that clip of Meek in the pool, looking like he was trying to relieve some serious discomfort. To make it even more suspicious, Diddy was the one filming, thanking Meek for putting in work. What exactly that meant is still unclear, but many believe it was coded language tied to those alleged freak-off activities.
Dream chasers, I hope they forgive me for what I did with Diddy. Real street forever. Bitch, I'm the king of Philly. Carhartt saw.
And as if all of that wasn't already damaging enough, people also noticed Meek was following an adult page on Twitter focused on same-sex content involving black men. On top of that, an old track Meek recorded years ago resurfaced, where listeners claim he hinted at doing some questionable things with Diddy. Those resurfaced details only added more fuel to the speculation already spreading online.
Hey, what's up, King Son? Man, you deserve it, Daddy. Putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you. Yeah.
Now, you'd think after all of this, Meek would have stayed quiet and let things cool off, but nope. Instead, he jumped right into the middle of 50 Cent and Christian's ongoing beef. And as you can imagine, 50 wasted no time turning Meek into the punchline. Meek fired first, accusing 50 of acting like a federal informant. He went on a rant, saying people in Queens already knew how 50 moved, questioning why he was targeting him, dragging 50's personal life into it, and claiming he was unbothered, enjoying time with his son while others lived miserable lives. He also accused people online of celebrating indictments and said 50 was helping build cases by posting the way he does. Of course, 50 didn't let that slide. He clapped back by mocking Meek's recent album sales and reigniting those long-standing boy toy rumors. 50 joked that Meek should be focused on his career instead of vacationing, adding a sarcastic line about standing by his man, which he claimed to respect. Meek responded quickly, but fans noticed something interesting. He only addressed the album sales jab. He pushed back by citing higher first-week numbers from a past project and explained his recent release as a favor tied to business history, then threw a few insults back at 50's style and connections. But 50 still wasn't done. He posted an old clip of Meek singing to Diddy at a party, adding a caption dripping with sarcasm, praising Meek for being a loyal, supportive partner. And when it comes to Orlando Brown, he's been talking about this Diddy situation from the very beginning, long before all of this blew up.
He'll pay somebody $100 grand to investigate that he has nothing to do with anything with Diddy.
Man, look, you can't take back what your received.
According to him, he claims he personally saw industry executives known for engaging with underage individuals, allegedly offering career advancement in exchange for access.
That will make you buckle, bro. They make you buckle, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, cause man, people done lost their families, bro. People done lost their kids and shit.
But it gets even more intense because, in that same interview, he also called out Diddy for allegedly getting involved with him and trying to turn him into his little twink. What made it even more shocking was that, unlike Orlando's usual playful self, he seemed genuinely shaken as he recounted the story. Based on his statements, people believe Diddy allegedly touched him on multiple occasions. Orlando also claimed that one reason industry figures like Diddy often escape scrutiny is because some parents of the under-18 individuals allegedly involved are complicit in the whole situation.
But Diddy, you gave me the ooshkash gooshmash. You gave me the ooshkash muaf, the smooshmash. Diddy. Yeah, son. You know what I mean? You gave me the ooshkash muash. I love it, yo. I love it. You gave me the ooshkash muash.
And
that ooshkash muash. You know what I'm talking about, Diddy?
And people, adults, the moms, the dads, right there on Target commercials, right there on Walmart commercials, and you're looking at the people that are missing, and they're smiling like they're happy, but they're going back to hell. I just think that, people need to realize what they're looking at when they're watching television. Everything is right in front of you. The revolution was televised, and don't nobody...
Anyway, when he was asked about the claims that Meek allegedly slept with Diddy, he said he wasn't surprised at all, suggesting that Meek had been exploring his sexuality for a long time. He added that if Meek wanted to be intimate with Diddy, that was his choice. According to him, it wasn't about getting an industry favor. He believes Meek did it because he genuinely wanted to. Orlando even went on to suggest that Rick Ross might also be involved in a circle of gay rappers.
That made it seem as if perhaps Diddy and Meek Mill has...
I mean, to each their own. And why would they not have when they're gay rappers?
They.
Do you think Meek Mill's gay?
We all know he's gay.
Who's we?
Rick Ross knows he's gay.
I didn't know. It's news to me.
Everybody, Rick Ross knows.
You think Rick Ross would sign a gay rapper?
Rick Ross knows he's gay, is what I said. Everybody know he paid me $2,000 to say that, right?
Me?
You only paid me $2,000.
As usual, people had plenty of opinions. One person wrote, "I always felt Orlando was acting wild to protect himself, and once the authorities were on Diddy, he'd spill everything, and I'm here for it. So glad Orlando is speaking out." Another added, "Everyone has called Orlando crazy for years, but I never believed that. Something clearly happened to him, and he's just telling his truth." Now, I want to hear from you. What do you think about the claims that Meek allegedly got involved with Diddy? And do you believe what Orlando is saying? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to click here to watch another wild video on this story.